Okay, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fery Autri. In this video, I'm going to interview my friend who experienced as an interpreter. He is my classmate, and his name is Ivan Fauzi. I just contact him, and he is agreed to be interviewed. So I'm going to call him now. Okay, so I'm here with my friend Ivan Fauzi. I'm going to interview him about her experience for being an interpreter. Can you tell me your story about
My what?
that? Yes, your story.
My story
Yes.
about the interpreting itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started to interpret people back then when I was I think it was in junior high school. That was like my very first time. So it happened like a long time ago, and I think my very first interpreting was simultaneous interpreting. You know that, right?
Yes, I know
and there was a foreigner from the United States that came to my
school,
to my shop. So my dad owned a furniture shop, and he came to my dad's furniture shop, and then my dad cannot really communicate with him, so he rushed to back to my home and asked me if I can do some interpret for him. So I did, and he ended up buying some cupboard back then in my dad's furniture shop. Yeah, I think that was my first time doing the interpreting skill.
Yeah, so that is so amazing that you can be interpreting someone in so young age.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't expect that also. It was so unexpected.
So next question is the advantages of being an interpreter. What do you think?
The advantages, yes. Okay. So you get a lot of advantages from learning to interpret people, because like if you do it on a big scale, like let's say you do interpreting for a big conference, like a diplomatic conference or something like that, you can actually learn about how their diplomatic system works, or you can get other people's culture. For example, if you interpret someone from India to the target language, let's say the target language is Indonesia.
Yes.
Okay, so you can kind of like understand how they talk with their accent, because you need to pay attention more to a non-native speaker, because they have a different dialect and different accent though. So yeah, you can actually learn their culture from just listening to how they speak, and to me that is really interesting. If you want to like take it more into the next level, you can actually learn about their culture through interpreting by just simply understanding their their habits, because like people from different countries all over the world have a different habits and have a different culture. To me, it's such a big moment to understand other people's culture and to kind of like bring it to yourself, and yeah, just compare it with our own culture. It's great.
Yeah. Besides that advantages, do you have any difficulties when interpret someone?
I do have a lot of disadvantages. Are we talking about disadvantages?
The difficulties or the challenge when you...
Okay. Yeah. So like the challenge is that, just as I mentioned earlier, some people actually have a strong dialect, strong accent, so you need to pay attention more to what they're saying. Yeah, so like Arabic people, they tend to speak like really loud, and the pronunciation isn't really clear. Like, just like the Middle Eastern guy or anyone from Middle East, they tend to have different dialect. So not only for Middle East, but like I am like underlining every single countries in the world that have a strong accent to hear. That's for simultaneous interpreting. But if you take a look at the how what's the other type of interpreting? I forgot the name.
I forgot the
It's
name.
like consecutive.
Yeah,
consecutive.
consecutive.
Yeah. So yeah, if you take this interpreting skill to consecutive one, so like you really need a good tool, such as good speaker, good microphone and something like that. But I have never done that before in my entire life, so I cannot really tell you more about the disadvantages on the conference level. So I can only tell you about like the dialect and the accent problem that I have been facing for a long time. Yeah, that's all.
So the challenge is in dialogue and in the dialect and in the pronunciation.
In the accent, yeah.
Oh, in the
Sometimes
accent, yeah.
they mess up the accent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you have?
Okay.
And the last question is: do you have any strategies to be a good interpreter? Do you have any
strategies to become? Okay. So this is the same question that I often get lately, but I do have some tips. Okay, for those who want to become a good interpreter. So interpreting involves a lot of listening skills and speaking skill.
Yes.
Okay. My tips would be keep practicing about listening and speaking skill and try to do it spontaneously. Do not memorize every single word and then try to speak and like, oh, I just memorize things and then say everything. The only thing that matters is that if you able to speak spontaneously, then everything is gonna be easy. That's the point. Like, if you want to be good in listening skill, there are a lot of ways to achieve that good listening skill. Such as, if you like music, then you can listen to Western music or movies. Oh yeah. So if you want to challenge yourself, just like if you want to challenge yourself, go watch a Western movie without subtitles because it definitely would
improve
work to it would definitely improve your listening skill. Okay. Yeah. But if you only reference to movies and music like that will only improve you in terms of listening skill, right? And speaking. Okay, about speaking. I would super recommend people to speak with native speaker. That's like the best way to
improve our
to achieve to achieve a good speaking skill. Because when you talk with a native Indonesian or a non-native English speaker, there will be some limitation that you cannot go through. Like, oh, maybe if you talk about something, they wouldn't really understand every single word that you said. So it is very important to find a native speaker.
Yes.
If you cannot find one, then it's much better for you to just speak with non-native speaker. So like if you have a friend that have a good English skill, then just go to talk to him or her. Yeah, that could improve everything.
Okay, the last question. This is from me. Do you want to be interpreter after graduate from PBIUMY?
Oh, so this is the last one, yeah.
Yes.
You said it was okay. Okay, I have never been into interpreting. Like I don't really have that interest to become an interpreter.
Yeah.
I do really want to work in a what is it called? Like place, like anything involves touristic and tourism activity.
Yeah.
But that's like my main goal. My main goal after I graduated from our university.
Yeah.
I would be kind of like pay attention to the tourism in terms of getting job. If I cannot make it, then I would be just maybe become an interpreter by keep learning and keep practicing about how to be a good interpreting. So yeah, that's just like, but who knows, God, everything is in God's hands, so you cannot really plan.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Okay, see you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. Okay, so I would like to conclude the interview. I conclude that the advantages of being an interpreter is we can know the others' culture, and then the difficulties or the challenge is in accent and in dialect. So and the strategies to be good interpreter is to keep practicing your listening skill and also speaking skill. That's all the conclusion that I got from the interview. So that's all. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.